What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing good here. And today we're going to solve some interview question from Strata Scratch. And Strata Scratch itself is a data science platform that has more than 1,000 real interview questions from your favorite company. So without further ado, let's just get started. Okay, for this question, it's called popularity percentage. It's from Meta or Facebook, so basically what we really need to do here is to find the total number of friends each user has and then turn it into percentage by dividing it with the total number of users in the platform and then multiply it with 100. Okay, and let's take a look at the table first. Okay, the table has two columns, which is user 1 and user 2, and how to read it. So user with ID number 2 is friend with user with ID number 1 and vice versa. So basically they're just a pair of friends. Okay? And usually when we see this kind of question, our first instinct is just to count user number 2 and then group it by user number 1 to find the total number. However, we can see here that when two users are friends with each other, it will only be mentioned once. So for example, user with ID number 2, friend with user ID number 1, and here we don't see any information about user number 1 is also friend with user number 2. So we cannot just directly count it and group it with user number 1 column because we will definitely miss some data. Okay, so the way I solve this question is I will combine this table with itself, but I'm going to swap the column. Okay, so first table is user number 1 and user number 2, and then the second table is user number 2 and user number 1 to get all the information of the user and friends. Okay, all right, let's just start combining the table first. User 1, user 2 from Facebook friends, and then I'm going to use union all, select user 2 and user 1 from Facebook friends. Okay. Alright, 2 with 1, and yeah, you can see here that user number 1 is also friend with user number 2. Okay, so everything is mentioned here. So we have all the data needed, and then we're going to write the query. I'll make a temporary table so it's easier to access. Then select user 1, I cast it as a float so the result won't be 0. Okay, then divided by select count this thing user 1 from union friends, then multiply it with 100 as friend percentage from union friends, then we group it by number 1, which is user 1, and then order by 1. Okay, let's just check. Alright, so here's the result. User number 1 is the most popular user, or the user with most friend percentage, okay, with the biggest friend percentage, and followed by user number 2, 3, and etc. Alright, so let's just check whether the answer is right or wrong. Okay, so the solution matched with the Strata Scratch solution, and that's it for number 1. For the next question is we have to find the sales growth from quarter 3 to quarter 4 in 2021 per territory. Okay, so let's just take a look at the table first. We have the table here, customer sales, and then not customer territory. Okay. The first thing I like to do is to create a temporary table that will show the total sales from each quarter per each territory ID. Okay, so we only need 3 columns actually. Let's just create it. Sales quarter. You only need select territory ID and then extract quarter from, what is it, order date as key, and then some order value as total order from FCD customer sales. Oh, the column name is the same, so let's just using join map customer territory using customer ID. Okay, and then we have to filter it. Where? Extract here from order date equals to 2021 and extract quarter from order date in 3 and 4. Okay, group by 1 belongs to territory ID and 2 belongs to the quarter, and then order by to make it easier to look. Okay, so let's just see what we got here. Sorry for the typos. Sales quarter. Oh wait, there is an error. Sales quarter. Okay. Here's the result for territory ID and per quarter. Okay. And let's just see what do we need for the output. Output the ID of the territory and the sales growth. Okay, only output this territory that had any sales in both quarter. Okay, so we should exclude the territory ID that doesn't have both of the quarter 3 and quarter 4 sales. To answer this question, I will join the temporary table with itself. So there will be 2 tables, A and B. The table A belongs to quarter 3 and the table B belongs to quarter 4. Okay, so let's just write the query here. ID, and how do we calculate the growth? Okay. B total order. B belongs to quarter 4, okay? Minus A total order divided by, okay, total order from quarter 3 multiply with 100 as growth, okay, from sales quarter A join sales quarter B on equals to B territory ID. And this is the most important thing, because we need to exclude the territory ID that doesn't have both sales information for quarter 3 and quarter 4. We should write this. A quarter should be lower than B quarter, because A belongs to 3 and B belongs to 4. So it does make sense, right? 3 is less than 4. Okay, so let's just see the result. Oh, and okay, so this is how it looks. This is the growth from territory 1, and this is the growth from territory 3, and etc. We don't have territory 2. Why? Because it doesn't have the information for both quarter, okay? So here's the result, and let's just check. Okay, it's correct. For this question, we need to find the number of new and existing users from the database that they have. So let's just take a look at the table first. Table fact events preview. And basically it's just a list of events that happen. We only need time ID and user ID to answer this question. Okay, so new users are those who started to use the service in that month, and the existing users are those who are already using the service in previous month. Okay, so what I need to do here is to create a temporary table for the first month of each user using the service. Okay, first month, I will make it like this. Select, extract month from what is called time ID as month, and then a user ID, and I will use a window function to get the first month that each user has. Min extract month from time ID. Okay, over partition by user ID, and then order by time ID as first month. Okay, from fact events. Okay, let's just check what do we got here. From first month. Okay, so this is the list of user ID and their first month. Basically, it's just the same. The result is the same because I only took the first month that this user used the service. Okay, and this month refers to the month that they used the service, not the first time. Okay, after that I'm going to create another temporary table that will calculate the number of the new user and the existing user. Okay, so how do you do that? Sorry, and member as select month and count when not equal to first month. Then user ID else null, and this is how we count the new member of the month. Okay, with this when month equals to first month, and as and new member, and then again count distinct user ID as an existing member. Okay, from first month, group by month. Okay, let's just check what do we got here. From and member. So this is the number of new member in February, and this is the number of existing member in February. I assume that February is the first month that everything happened, so the number of existing member and new member is the same. Okay, so this is the new member for March, and then this is the existing member, and etc. Okay, so what is the question again? output the month, share of new user and share of existing user as a ratio. Okay, so we have to calculate the ratio, and we have to put the share of each ratio. For the output, we need to put the month and then share of new user and share of existing user as a ratio. So okay, let's just write month and then ratio new member divided by an existing member, cast it as a float, as share new member, and then to calculate the other share is we can simply just put 1 minus this all. Okay, as share existing member. Okay, from, sorry for the constant typo, and member. Now let's just take a look at the result. Okay, so in February the share for a new member is 1 and existing member is 0 because it's calculated from 1 minus share new member. Okay, so this is the other result. Let's just check. Okay, so the solution is correct. For this question, we need to find the lowest revenue generated restaurant that is defined by those restaurants who belongs to the bottom 2% revenue, okay? Who has the lowest revenue and they belong to the bottom 2%. Okay, so let's take a look at the table first. Oh, they only have one table here. Customer place all the time. First thing first, I will create a temporary table that will return the total revenue per restaurant ID, and then I will rank that with percent rank based on the total revenue. Select restaurant ID and then sum order total as total revenue, and then I'm using the window function here, percent rank over order by sum order total ascending as ranks. Okay, from Doordash delivery, and we have to filter it from May 2020, where extract what is the name, so long, just copy it. Extract a month from this equals to 5 and extract year from this equals to 2020, group by restaurant ID. From them. Okay, this is the list of the restaurant ID and their total revenue and also their ranks based on the total revenue. It is sorted ascendingly. Okay, so this is the number 1 rank. Okay, and then what is the output needed? Calculate. Return the list of restaurant ID and the total revenue. Okay, select restaurant ID and then total revenue from them, where ranks less than equal to 0.0 and 2. Let's just check. Okay, so this is the answer. This is the restaurant ID that belongs to the bottom 2%. Okay, check. It's correct. Okay. In this question, we need to compare the department manager and employee salary, of course, with all this requirement by Oracle. Let's just take a look at the table first. Okay. So they have ID, first name, last name, age, gender, employee title, department, salary, and manager ID. Okay, what do we need as an output? Your output should contain the department, employee ID, salary of that employee, salary of that employee's manager, and the average salary from employees within that department. Okay, this is quite tricky. And then, Oracle have requested that you not include the department manager's salary in average salary for that department. Alright, let's just get started. Okay, the first thing first, I want to join the table with itself to get the manager salary of that person, of that employee, okay? That is not a manager. For example, we will have the result as the data of the employee, and then here the manager ID, and then here the manager salary. Let's just get started. I will use two alias here, E for the employee and M for the manager. Okay. ID as employee ID, and then employee salary, E department as department, and then employee title as employee title, MAID as manager ID, and then salary as manager salary from employee OE join employee OM on m.id equals to a.e.manager ID. Okay, see what we got here from okay, you already get it. Way number one, this is their manager salary from each employee. Okay, and then the second thing we need to do is to write the query for the result. To department, okay, employee ID, employee salary, manager salary, and then we need to calculate the average employee salary. We should round the nearest whole number. Okay, round average employee salary. Because we have to exclude the manager salary here, we can write it in the filter here. Filter, where lower employee title is not a manager. Okay, then over partition by department as average employees salary. Okay, from them, and we need again to exclude the manager data, right? Where lower title is not manager. Let's just check. So this is how it looks. Actually, we can take a look in a separate browser tab if that's not enough. Okay, so from this department, from finance, employee ID 2, the salary is 3,000, and then the manager salary is 10,000, and then average employee salary minus the manager is 2,844, and etc. Okay, let's just check the answer. Okay, the answer is correct. So this is how you solve the problem. Alright, in the next question we have to find negative reviews in new location. So how do we define negative? It's when the score given by the customer is below 5, okay? And find stores that were open in the second half of 2021. By second half, it means in quarter 3 and 4, okay? So we should exclude the data from quarter 1 and 2. With more than 20% of the reviews being negative. Okay. And this is a table, reviews and the stores. Alrighty. Let's just start. The first thing I want to do is I want to create a temporary table that will return the store ID, the store name, and the reviews, both negative and positive, because we need those both, and then the quarter of the date. So let's just start it as select store ID name, okay, and then some case when score is below 5, then 1 else, and as and negative. Score more than equals to 5, then 1 else, and as and positive. Okay, extract quarter from opening date as Q opening from Instacart reviews are joined Instacart stores as on air store ID equals to s.id. Okay, where extract year from opening date equals to 2021 only, and then group by 1, 2, and opening date. Okay, let's check from what do we got here. Okay, this is the store ID, this is the number of negative reviews, and this is the number of positive reviews, and this is the quarter opening. Okay, and then I will write the query here. For the output, what do we need? The names of the stores together with the ratio of negative reviews to positive ones. Okay, so we need the, what's the name? Its name. And then and negative divided by and positive right here, float from time where Q opening more than 2. That means it will return all the data from quarter 3 and 4 only. it will exclude the data from quarter 1 and 2. And negative more than 20% of n negative plus n from all the total reviews. Okay, let's just run the code. Oh, let's just give this name as ratio. Okay, so here's the result. Output the news. Okay. Target has the ratio of 4, Costco 1.5, and Best Buy 2. Let's just check the solution. Okay, it's correct. That's all.